Challenges of Nigeria's foreign policy. Challenges of Nigeria's foreign policy. Now, of course, when Tinubu came in, we now have a new foreign affairs minister. I don't know if you can remember his name, Ambassador Tuga. Yeah, we have a new foreign affairs minister. Now, before him, we've had other foreign minister. Of course, we've had Akinyemi now. Not just Akinyemi, we've had the Yama, thank you. We have Ajumagobia. Then we have the Joy Ogu. I think they are just two women who have Nigerian's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Joy Ogu. Then we have that other woman, we've forgotten her. That's Mama that is now the head of WTO. Well, I remember at a point she was Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Then you have that military guy called Joe Gaba. When the military took over back then. Then again, there's one Gambari. I don't know if you can remember Gambari now. Yes. Now, the question you ask is this: what exactly is Nigeria's foreign policy meant for? You know, they call it foreign policy. Does that mean the thing is actually meant for foreigners, or is it meant to better the lot of Nigerians? So what exactly is Nigeria's foreign policy meant for? Is Nigerian foreign policy meant to make America better, to make US better, to make China better, to make Russia better, or is it meant to benefit Nigerians? Why have you not been feeling the impact of Nigeria's foreign policy since independence till now? What we keep hearing is, we went to Liberia, we stopped them from killing themselves. We went to the Sierra Leone, we stopped them from killing themselves. We helped South Africa to throw up the yoke of apartheid. If you remember, no, it doesn't matter. Then you have Angola. We also helped them to achieve their independence. Now the question is, what has been in it for us? The problem with Nigeria's foreign policy from the beginning is that it has never been transactional. Thank you. It has never been transactional. Transaction is based on what am I getting from this thing if I do this thing. I want to tell you people to stop killing yourself in Liberia. How is it my headache? Okay, now that I've stopped you from killing yourself, what will I get from that thing? Can I continue? What we are looking at is the challenges. Why has Nigeria's foreign policy not been that forceful, that powerful within Nigeria or within the sub-region? We have Liberia, we have Sierra Leone, at least those two, I keep referring to them, 1998, 1997. But then those two countries voted against Nigeria when we contested for United Nations Security Council. Unbelievable. So we helped them, Liberia, Sierra Leone. Even remember what Obasanjo did now? Told one of their warlords to come to Nigeria and stay for free in Calabar. I don't know if you are aware. And just to bring peace to that region now, and yet they never accorded Nigeria any respect. So you know exactly what exactly has been the problem with Nigeria's foreign policy. Why has it not been that impactful? Presently, one can say America's foreign policy is failing in Israel. I don't understand. If you understand what I'm trying to say now, you know, Biden told Netanyahu, don't invade Rafah. If you invade Rafah, there will be consequences. Netanyahu did not even bother to reply him. He just invaded Rafah. Yeah, he just didn't bother with I mean, people are being moralistic. Some are already condemning Israel. They are saying they're behind of something. They are counting the number of Palestinians that have been killed. As it, you woke up one day, October 7, and you killed 1,200, and you kidnapped 250 Israelis, not Nigerians, not South Africans, not America, not Britons, Israelis. So that state in anger is now killing the killers, and you are angry that they are killing them more. Where are they coming from? That they are not saying, no, they've killed 34,000 there. 35, thank you for the counting. Yes, they've killed 35. And what they said is they've killed children, they've killed grandmother, they've killed grandfather. But then people conveniently forget from the beginning that you started this madness October 7. But they now said, no, Israel caused it with the apartheid policy in that region, which is true. But then you still went ahead to kill Israelis now. What do you think the Israelis will do? They will fold their hands? I mean, you slap me when I'm lecturing, and lecturers are what? They are meant to be a good example of society. So you now slap me and you punch me. and are meant to be matured and reached. Why has Nigeria's foreign policy not been effective? Suga came up with the 4Ds. 4Ds. He calls them the 4Ds. Before him, all of the foreign ministers have been coming with their own ideas too. They give it a try to. One gave us Afrocentrism, another gave us concentrism, another one gave us radicalism, and another one gave us citizen diplomacy. Different, but what you notice, which was what I posted in, I said, possessing your possession, is that we have too many pronouncements, but there is no implementation. Shaun came in and said he's going to be the first class student in the Department of Eastern International Studies. First semester 100 level was the last time he came to school. Then he now came for convocation and was taken down. And people were asking, what is that? I believe, don't worry. It's first class, I believe, I know it. I can feel it. Pronouncements now. That's what we've been having in Nigeria. Giant of Africa, giant of Africa, giant of Africa. Best economies in West Africa, best economy in the world. I think they are now third by their ranking presently. Best economy, best can come for innovation or development, and the pronouncement, the implementation. What are those things affecting the implementation of Nigeria's foreign policy? I told him for the first class, I said foreign policy is a skill, is a tool you use to achieve an objective. And the same one that is available to America is the same one that is available to Nigeria to put it for that. What you get from that thing is dependent on your skill. I'm teaching you the same way, but you are going to get different scores. What I'm going to say is done all over the world, but Nigeria did carry its own to the extreme. So the challenge of professionalism, that is not putting the round, square peg in square. Yes. When you are doing posting, ambassadorial posting, right now for you to look at competence, experience, skills, you base it on political consideration. Somebody that cannot speak Russia, you make the Nigerian ambassador to Russia. Somebody that cannot speak Chinese, you make him Nigeria's ambassador to China, and you expect the Chinese not to cheat you. Using an interpreter is even worse. I mean, is it not what the man says that you believe whether it is true? Or professionalism, bane of Nigerian. When you are not a professional, you won't know what that tool is meant for. That you are not there to just make money. That you are there to advance the interest of your states. I mean, is that not what that thing is? But since you are not schooled along, you won't even know. Some will think the business of the lecturer is just to come to class and teach. It does not matter whether the student or as long as I've been in class, I've fulfilled all righteousness. But coming to class is not the thing. Impartation of that knowledge, piquing the interest of the student, to make them you also think. Not just coming to class, you'll fail, you won't graduate. Then blowing grammar. Yeah, then at the end of the something you clap. When I leave you, did you even understand what the man was saying? It is the same. It's the same with that issue of professionalism. In fact, there is even argue that we should move away as our ambassadors from generalist to specialist. From generalist to specialist are people who study Mandarin, who can understand the Chinese. Not that you are a diplomat, all-round diplomat. No, specific requirement. Somebody that can speak Mandarin, somebody that understands the Slavic language, that's Russia. Those are specialists. Somebody that can speak French and English is the person you post to France. Generalists are just any ambassador, just put them there. Specialists are people who are good in that area. The Nigerian ambassador to WTO must have an economics background, World Trade Organization. Not somebody that has knowledge of Baba Ijebu and Bet Nigeria, and you're now saying that it's been killing Nigeria. That is why you now see that the skill is not there. That thing is not effective. You bypass the right people because they don't belong to a political party, because they didn't vote for you, and because they didn't contribute enough money. And that's a major challenge. Another thing killing professionalism is something you are aware of, is what you call the quota system. Quota system. Whether they have enough people in Lagos or not, a candidate must emerge from Lagos. a candidate. Even if they say, but there is not, no, you must look for anybody to organize a bricklayer must come from Lagos. I said the quota system. You go to where you have merit and where you have competence, not based on federal character principle. Because when you are looking at federal character principle, you put somebody that have no knowledge about a particular area, you dump in it. So I said, pronouncement is one, implementation is another. It is the implementation that is killing Nigeria. Fund is a big issue. Even Yoruba will say, really. Even girls are now saying that money first, then love second. Not all this, I love you, I love money will come. No. Let us see the money, then the love will grow. There is a money fund. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria does not actually get the funds that it is. And that's why I said you are useless if you don't know what you do with your certificates. And I just want to do it because my parents are Shehu is doing it, BTC is doing it now. So I just said, let me just do it. Okay, what would you, when I finish, I'll figure something out. you are in trouble already. So when they don't sensitize the people, can I continue? 3, challenge of reciprocity. I think this is where we got it wrong. This idea of being nice to your neighbor without expecting anything from your neighbor. Even the Bible says, do unto others all you want them to do unto you. Not Nigeria. Do unto others and I'll wait for God to reward me. That is Nigeria's motto. Challenge of reciprocity. We don't ever ask anything in return for whatever it is that we've done. So, challenge of reciprocity. Angolan independence wouldn't have been possible without Nigeria's intervention. In fact, we went against the USA to follow MPLA when America supported the UNITA. Not only that, we gave close to $20 million for free without receipt to Angola for them to have their own independence. I mean, we dashed them that money. No agreement, not tied to anything. You know why? Because God gave us. God was there. So reciprocity. Without Nigeria, it would have been difficult for Angola to have their independence too. Without Nigeria, it would have been difficult for South Africa to have their independence. When Angola had its independence, and I'm not making this up, during the independence speech, Angola thanked every other country without mentioning Nigeria. Angola thanked every other country without mentioning. Like, in fact, it took them years before they could even acknowledge the death of Murtala Mohammed that even helped them in achieving their own independence. They never send any condolence message to Nigeria over the death of Murtala Mohammed. Can see how ungrateful people can be. Not only that, when we're not trying to fish in their water, Nigerian fishermen now, we are going there. They blocked Nigeria and allowed Russia. They blocked Nigeria and allowed Russia. Reciprocity. We don't enforce it. In bringing an end to the war in Sierra Leone now, Nigeria provided 12,000 out of 13,000 troops. Now we talk of how much was that money they said we were spending per year, maybe 200 billion or thereabout. In the case of Liberia and Sierra Leone, 13,000 troops were provided. 12,000 of those troops were Nigerians. And yet, when they were now rebuilding Liberia and Sierra Leone, Nigerians were not allowed to go into that country. Our countries didn't even have any say. The same way MTN is here in Nigeria, MultiChoice, they are here, just enjoying Nigeria for free. Despite the fact we are the one who stopped them from killing themselves, destroying themselves, they didn't allow Nigeria to enjoy the fruit of their labor. It's not their fault too. It's our skill, recipe, and use that money. People, if somebody comes around and said, I want to give you a car, nothing. You will hesitate. What will I pay later? Are you sure you are not a ritualist? Is the moment my child will not die? All my grandparents in the village are not using their soul? That's how we've been wired. Just give it and give it and give it, and nothing was given in return to Nigeria. Not their fault, but because of our skill, we didn't tie it to anything. That is why God will forever bless the Chinese. Every 10 kobo they borrow you, they make sure that 90% of it you spend it back on China. I don't know if you notice that whenever they are building things in Nigeria, you see Chinese people there. It's part of the agreement too. Then, they borrow us money, and we now said in that money that we use the money to buy tractor. Listen, for the road. We use the thing to buy the iron for the road. We also use the thing to buy wire. You know what the Chinese will do? They will borrow you the money, but they will put on that thing caveat that you can only buy the tractor from China. You can only buy the wire from China. And you can only buy the iron from China. Then 50% of your workforce must be Chinese. That's reciprocity. But not Nigeria. Not Nigeria. We are righteous than God. No, not Nigeria. I mean, God made us rich. How can you say we are not business-minded? Dangote, Elumelu. Don't open your mouth. Don't say they are not just the one. Money Point, okay, without any building. And you say we are not just there. We are very conscious of business. But is that skill? I can't just understand. This religious something. America does not take that nonsense. No, everything is documented. Wait. Britain now borrowed Hong Kong for 99 years. Are you not? They borrowed Hong Kong for 99 years to recoup all their investments. They signed an agreement now to us. We were civilizing them. We were building good road. It was a solid investment for 99 years. You cannot buy from anybody. You have to consult me first. What do you think these people got angry over? Those ones in Niger, Mali, and Chad. How France tied them with its foreign policy to the French economy. You've forgotten that if you want to sell anything at all, you tell me first. It is when I refuse that you can consider others. If you want to buy anything at all, you tell me first. It is when I don't have it that you can even, in fact, I'll be the one to tell you where you are going to buy. That's foreign policy to better the lot of the French people. Are you blaming the French? No. France is only there to take care of the interest of the French people. It is your business to take care of your own people. So why would you not blame America for being good? That's why you people keep getting it wrong. They want to sign military something. They're already complaining. Don't allow America to do this way. My mother will say, let us see the terms and conditions and see what we can get from this thing first. Of course, you don't expect America to be good to you. And we too should not be good to America now. I mean, is it not logical? It's neocolonialism. It is. Let us see the terms and conditions. That is one. Then we can now make our own demand. That is two. They are there to get something. It's a transaction. We are there to get something. Not all this, no, forever. We will not agree. It's colonial. I can't just. People were so emotional. They missed that point again about the skill of foreign policy. Reciprocity. America is not coming for free. They make serious demand. So now we should be ready to negotiate, to make our own. I'm sure she did not hear you. Sorry, I will have to go. I've even tried, sir. Sorry. I left my other things and HOD at Senate just to rush down because you are important. Very, very important. You people are important, so I can't just. Nobody knows tomorrow. Maybe there are directors, the governors, president, so that when that time comes, I can call you. Remember that day? Agreement. See agreement. I will say you clip of where you were laughing in the class, but you really enjoyed the lecture. Pay me. Can I continue? Reciprocity is our number one problem in Nigeria. You keep thinking of we are better than all these poor people. We don't think of the future. What if the poor now becomes the rich? If they are not tied down in any way, they will remember the good. That is what we are facing now. In a generation of South Africans killing Nigerians, they were not there in 1960. They were not there in 1970. They didn't even know what we did. All they knew now is the Nigerians that are doing 419 carrying drugs. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And of course, they wouldn't want to put it in their own history that without Nigeria, they would have been nobody. It is your business now to put it there in your history for the world to know. For them to say it monthly on NTA, countries involved in Africa, South Africa, Angola, Syria, no, Nigeria. No, people paid salary. People paid salary. They forced Nigerians to their salary. Murtala Mohammed was forcing them to pay part of their salary to all these guys that are now killing Nigerians presently. I don't blame them. It is you. You brushed my car and you broke the light. Before you say sorry, I quickly go and pick my wood spanner and break your own light. So, sorry. I mean, we go away. Not all this rolling on the ground, and even when we are broken yours, we can roll on the ground together. But Nigerians will call an eye for an eye, we all go blind. It's not good. You should be above, morally above. When they do evil to you, don't pay back evil with evil. Two wrongs can never make a right. Those are the kind of things they preach in Nigeria. Forgetting that, say, morality does not exist in the international political system. If morality exists, Israel would have killed 35,000 Palestinians. If morality exists, Russia wouldn't have been bombing Ukraine, have killed Khashoggi. They butchered him like suya and put it in sack out of the Turkish embassy. Because morality does not exist. But Nigeria, morality exists in our foreign policy. That thing, I said it now, it exists in our foreign. So that is why you say, if it's poor, don't ask for anything. God will reward us. And Angola is not your fault, guys. Just manage. Niger manage. Say Gambia. Oh, how did they say it in Yoruba? Afonima wobe. Exactly. People even say spread the good news. They won't ask anything. Go and meet Nigeria. They have more than enough, so they keep public opinion. Public opinion has no say in Nigeria's foreign policy. See, Nigeria's foreign policy is personalistic. When you get a new president, you get a new foreign policy. Public opinion has no say in Nigeria's foreign policy. We are still looking at that unfolding situation. If Tinubu feels that it's better for him to take that thing from America, he will take it. They will establish their military base. We only complain. Public opinion, people are saying, no. If I were the president, I look at it objectively and try to carry the people along, but we don't do that in Nigeria. It's based on my own preference. Buhari was his own foreign minister. Jonathan was his own foreign minister. And Obasanjo said was his own foreign minister. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It was personalistic. Whoever is the president, you orient Nigeria's foreign policy based on that person's predilection. And you now expect Nigeria's foreign policy to be viral. It can't, now it will fail. So we need a foreign policy that is institutional, and the public should be given the right, the power to have a say, so that they will be committed to that thing. If the thing is going is tough, they will know that they are part of it. And when the good deeds come out of that, they will still also enjoy it. Not that you ram everything down their throat. The first one that they mentioned when they said public does not matter, though Tafawa Balewa deceived us, was in 1960. When they said we'll sign the defense pact with Britain. People rioted, said no, neo-colonialism, they don't want again. Britain should not have any right. In 1960. So by 1962, we abrogated that agreement. And people were now saying that yes, the public have a say in Nigeria's foreign policy. No, look at the timeline. And I want you to get this date right. I said they signed the agreement in 1960 and people rioted and complained. The government waited for 2 years before cancelling that agreement. That means the people had no say in that thing. Sorry, is it making any sense at all? And that's how they deceive us later until I figure out that history. They kept saying public opinion matter in foreign policy. That it was public opinion that cancelled that thing. Only for me to now cross-check, and there was a 2 years lag before the cancellation. Two, the one you remember easily, Babangida, IMF, SAP. I don't know if you remember the origin of the problem we are facing with this. Remember now, it was given by IMF, and we revolted, we rejected. Babangida said he has heard us. Then before you know it, that thing now came true. That is why we are still facing what we are facing. Exactly. That is why they say foreign policy does not how foreign policy is shaping America's election presently. Because of that thing that Biden said, that will stop sending weapons to Israel now, people are already saying he has lost election. Americans are saying they won't vote for him. So it's now trying to, so there's a way now that is now trying to manage his view. And they just said, no, you mean you did? If you don't support Israel, you cannot become American president, because they have what they call the Jewish lobby, very strong in America, and that's public opinion. And we don't